reveal Google made large contributions to climate change deniers. That's a little concerning because Google controls search results. When you use Google, the analytics that they apply. If they had a bias towards climate deniers, that'd be a little concerning. All right, but here's what's going on here. Firms public calls for climate action contracts with backing for conservative think tanks. Google has made substantial contributions to some of the most notorious climate deniers in Washington, despite its insistence that it supports political action on climate crisis. Among hundreds of groups the company has listed on its website as beneficiaries of its political giving are more than a dozen organizations that have campaigned against climate legislation, questioned the need for action, or actively sought to roll back the Obama-era environmental protections, which were not very thorough protections, by the way. The list includes CEI, a conservative policy group that was instrumental in convincing the Trump White House to abandon the Paris Agreement. Google has defended its contributions, saying that its collaboration with organizations such as CEI does not mean we endorse the organization's entire agenda. It donates to such groups, people close to the company say, to try to influence conservative lawmakers, and most importantly, to help finance the deregulatory agenda the groups espouse. A spokesperson for Google said it sponsored organizations from across the political spectrum that advocate for strong technology policies. We're hardly alone among companies that contribute to organizations while strongly disagreeing with them on climate policy. Amazon has, like Google, also sponsored a CEI gala, according to a program for the event reported in the New York Times. Oh, here we go. Here's what's really going on. CEI has opposed, quote, regulation of the internet and enforcement of antitrust laws, and has defended Google against some Republicans' claims that the search engine has an anti-conservative bias. Oh, so here's what's really going on here, guys. This is a quid pro quo. This is a quid pro quo, but it's okay when the biggest companies do it. When the rich and the oligarchy, when they do it, it's okay. It's okay when they do it. So what's really going on here, these climate denying groups, they want Google's money. In return, they support policies that wouldn't hurt Google's bottom line. They don't want any antitrust. They don't want to break up Google or Facebook or Twitter. They don't want to do any of that. So they speak out in favor of that. And in turn, Google gives them some money while saying, don't worry, we disagree with their positions. It's admittedly a quid pro, like they just admit it. It's just out in the open. Oh, well, they support policies that benefit us. They support us having the power that we have and never enforcing antitrust against someone like us. They got our back, so we got their back, and we're just going to give them. We disagree with them. Don't worry. Don't worry. We disagree with them. We're just going to give them money, but we disagree with them. Man, what's that phrase? Socialism for the rich? And this isn't socialism. This is just quid pro quo. But quid pro quo, cooperation, scratching each other's back, cooperation for the rich, rugged neoliberalism for everyone else. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Google, there you go. They'll support you as long as you don't support any policy that would hurt them. That's great. Oh, and you know what? Google actually does favor net neutrality. Not for genuine gains, but they favor net neutrality nonetheless. I wonder if this organization has done anything for net neutrality. I doubt it. I don't think they care about net neutrality. I think they just care about the potential antitrust rules that could hurt Google or threaten their power. I bet that's it.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your